Hi guys, it's me Joanne. Welcome to my channel. It's been a long time that I didn't upload a video because I was still busy lately, and it was so busy really at my work. So yeah, um, YouTube is my second. This is my second hobby. That I can express my feelings. I can share to other people who've been uh, same as my situation, like they're having a panic disorder or anxiety, or even if they have having a depression. I can only give you an advice that I've been experienced that in my life also. So everything what I say here is just I experience it in my life. I didn't say anything here in YouTube that I never been experienced. All what I say here is like I really experience with it. So anyway, I'm still also having that. I'm still having also my anxiety and my panic because I'm still keep on dealing with it, but it's not like they're gonna disappear like that. It's I also try my best to improve it myself. And I am also, because a lot of people, they're also advising to do yoga, breathing exercise. I don't know, because other people, they help it, it helps to them, but for me it didn't help to me. How many times I try it, but it didn't really help. Because I think if you're doing that a kind of like yoga, like a breathing exercise, you must really have in focus your mind. And the problem is with me, I don't have, my mind is not really so focusing with that. It's just like if they have something wrong, going wrong inside it, going wrong in my body, my mind, they really panic with it. So I don't like it. Instead that it help it, it get worse with it. So I don't want it. So I'm doing a meditation. So I doing that meditation, I just listening some, like a meditation, like for example, like sounds of natures, like singing birds. And it's just like to be to close in the outside world. I want to enter with the nature world. I want to be attached with it. So it helps to me, it helps that they relax me. And yes, and then I can also sleep good. Yes, and I have also sleeping, it's not like disorder, but it's kind of insomnia. And before I don't have it, but since I give birth with my son, I just had it. I think because of being a first time mom, you also have to be, because in Belgium, um, if you're having a child, you have to do it by yourself. I mean, like, there is no parents. It's not the same in our country, in Philippines, that our parents, they can help us, our brothers or our sisters or our auntie, they can help us to take care of the child if you live in one compound. But here in other country, it's really not like that. You have to take care of your child, whether you are cesarean or normal delivery, you have to do it. So that's the one of the main reason I get my panic disorder. They get triggered more. It's because, like, if you are your sleepy is not so really good. I mean, like, normally, as a growing people, I mean, like, for my age, for our age, we have maximum is 8 hours. We really have to sleep with that. We have to sleep, we have to be complete, so that in the morning we have more, we have a lot things to do. But yeah, I cannot do that when I was, when I was pregnant, when my son was a baby. I couldn't even 4 hours, I couldn't really sleep because every 2 hours he's always wake up, so I must do. And especially also when he's sick, so I was also very, I took it serious too much, being a mother. I think because it's my first, so it was so really. And yes, and I'm alone. I don't have family here. I only have my husband and my mother-in-law. But yeah, in here in Belgium, they have their tradition is really different, And for me, I am very happy and thankful that my husband, he understand me and he understand my situation. It's because he married with a foreigner. And yes, no matter what, people, they always keep on saying that you must to do this because this is how it is here in Belgium. For you it is because you are Belgian, but for me, I am a Filipina, so I will do what is the best for myself also. So in the time, that is also very, what I said also, it's also it's also part of what people surround you. And that is also number also a reason that you also having a panic attack, because you didn't know which you can go, just like you're just searching yourself, because um of course, as a respect people, you can really listen to them. But I am thankful for them because I also do it with my own. I also apply what my parents also did to me when my son was also, like, for example, when he's sick, I also put some, like when he have a fever, I also put some Vicks in his foot, in his chest. Like, it's just like a Filipino tradition. So that's it. I was like really so happy that I do that. I break that thing, because like what they said, if they have a tree like an apple tree, it didn't gonna had a fruit like orange or strawberry or grapes or something, because that's an apple tree is apple tree. You cannot they cannot had a fruit by orange, by grapes or whatever. So yeah. And every time I also going to my psychiatrist, I also do that. I also, telling about everything what's going on to my mind. And before, it was every month I always go. So because it was so really, it was so really too much for me. And I know this psychiatrist is also a human just like me, ordinary people. But he helped, they helped me, that he didn't, never give advice, the psychiatrist. It's just like there to listen. But when I ask something to him, he also replied. So I just like really, he explained everything, so I really understand in it, that it is just like, it's just like, that is part of human nature. Like when you're everything in your life, they become different. It changed a lot. Like, from being a child, and then you become teenager, it's also changing. And then you becoming a teenager, and then when you start getting married, that's also another journey of your life. And it's also like when you become a mother, that's also another journey of your life, because that is a very, very serious responsibility. That's for the rest of your life, that you have to carry that. And yes, and also the responsibility around us, the society that we where we standing up. So, and also like people, like a lot also of negative and positive people. But the only thing we must to do is to listen ourselves. Just don't judge to ourselves, that don't be so hard to ourselves, don't be so like, we just keep on time, with it. And with me, when I'm now, I learn it a lot to how I treat my panic and my anxiety. um I always observe it. I just like, before I was really scared, I was scared. I was trying to, I was trying to stop it. Um but I also observe myself. The more I stop my panic, the more it trigger me, the more it's pushing me. And it's like really not so good. But this time, I don't want to use letting go with it. I just want to observe with it. What's happening in my body. I just always close my eyes, and I just like, I just like listening, my heart pumping very hard, and then it's just like, I just let my mind, keep on, what they gonna think of it, or just like, because our mind sometimes is like, if the more we control with it, the more we get in trouble with it. What- just like, if you're trying to control your mind, if you try to control, the more you get really into trouble with it, because we cannot control it, what is in our mind. But we can change it if we just like, if we just like, observe with it everything what's going on to ourselves, physically or mentally or emotionally. Because um if they have something wrong inside of you, physical, it's okay. Like, for example, if you have wounds outside, okay, you can put some bandage on it, you can spray with it, and you can just put some bandage, and that's it. But if you have something problem inside, a wound inside, people never gonna see it. You're happy outside, but inside you are broken. It's difficult to be, to pretend, to pretend that you're happy, to pretend that you are okay, but the truth, you are not okay. It's because you are not honest to yourself. That's the problem. And with me, I always been honest to myself. Like now, I always tell to my husband. I always said to him, I don't know why I'm always like nervous. I don't know what is the reason. Every time I pick up my son, I'm always like nervous. I don't know why. It's just like, it's just like, I'm always questioning. And when I also, I take my bus going the station, I don't have that. But when I was in the train going to Leuven, I always feel it. Like, I always like nervous, and you are like, you're happy, but like, you don't know what's going on to yourself. It's just like, because it's in sit in my mind, in my brain. So it was like really, really, really not so, it's very chaotic, sometimes. If I'm having my panic attack, it's really, I think some people, they have a panic attack. I know they understand what's going on, what I'm really going to say, going to, my meaning. So it was what I told to my husband. I don't know why I'm always having it. And he always said to me, that's also true, because 3 weeks ago, I think, I also have a terrible panic attack. If I have a terrible panic attack, in my mind, it's always trying to escape it, not to having a panic again. Because, like, my mind is always thinking the what if thing, that if I cannot control it. If they happen in the middle when I was in the train, how can I explain to it with other people? That my mind did trigger it. Because our mind is just like really, uh the biggest recording, biggest memory, that the every movement that we had in our daily life, it's always recorded, so you cannot really escape with it. So yeah, and then my husband said, it's because you are scared to having a panic again, so that's why you are nervous, and you're trying to stop it, and you're trying to, you try to stop it, and it makes you more instead that it helps, it makes you more and more, more hunt you or trigger you. So, and he always said to me, you just have to observe it yourself. And that's what I always said. I always do it now myself. I just, if I'm having it, I'm just observing myself. And I know, and I always put myself that nothing's gonna happen. It's just only between my mind. And if it's really gonna happen, okay, then be it then, right? So for me, every day, in my daily life, I learn it a lot. I learn it. I learn it that I have only to focusing the present, in this moment, in this right moment. I don't It's not involved the yesterday. No, it's not this. It's not involved or tomorrow. No, I have to focus in this moment. So yeah, and the only my advice also with other people, whether you don't have panic disorder or mental disorder, you have only to enjoy the life. Don't take it serious so much. And I also heard other people that they said, I hate those words that when they say it's that you are not crazy. You know what? Having depression, it's not because you are crazy. And having depression, some people, they says, oh, you just got going shopping, just go lilo yourself, just go hang out with your friend. I think that material thing, it didn't happen. It's just only a temporary. I can say that it's just only temporary, because the more you escape it, the more it hunts you. Mark my word, depression is just really, you cannot really see it in one person. You can see them that they're happy, you can see them that, oh, it's almost perfect, their life, but the truth, they're not happy. They just like trying to run away with it. But the truth, okay, let's say you go buy all kind of, like, let's say you buy all this Louis Vuitton, Vargas, Gucci, or so whatever, and very expensive thing. And then when you come home, and then what? You're alone again. You're not satisfied. You have to find something that they make satisfied, not only outside, not only in physical, but also in your psychological and emotional and mental, that they really satisfy you. Because material thing, if you have depression, there's nothing. Material thing is not a cure. I can say it's not a cure. It's they becoming more really trigger with it. You have to be true to yourself. Find someone or whatever that they can help you. If you have a husband, explain to him. And there is nothing wrong having a depression. The only thing wrong is you trying to pretend that you are okay. That is not good. That is a big problem. And it doesn't mean that you're going to psychiatrist that you're already going crazy. No. You just like need a help. You just like need a help, and it's up to you. It's up to you. With me, I can say having the depression, for me, it's not like I am crazy. No, I'm not, because that depression, I become who I am. I found myself, as being child, teenager, and then I've been married, and then I become a mom. If I look that back, I really see myself that this Joanne now, it is really more, more a fighter, more a survivor, more open-minded. I am a kind of person that I never think about my feelings. I always think what other people's feelings, and I always feel guilty if there's someone is angry to me, or someone that didn't like me. And then before I always like that, I always like take a serious with it, but not now anymore. I always said to myself, okay, I don't want to push people to accept me. I don't want to push people to be my friend, because I know, I learn a lot in my life. I learn a lot. Being, I'm 33 years old, and then in that journey, I really have a lot of experience that I survive without any friends. So I only have my husband, and now I have my son. So and then support of my parents in the Philippines. Yes, my parents, they didn't also know about my depression, because um, my parents, my mom, they couldn't really understand it. I admire really my mom, but I can admire more myself, that how I'm strong I am, that I didn't really, I couldn't believe myself that I survived with it, because in that depression, in the deep depression, it is not really too easy to 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 come out. Just like with me, I am always trying my best now, and I'm trying my very best, and also for to be contented myself, to my spiritual, and I love what I'm doing also. So that's the most important, because the most important, if you love what you're doing, then go for it. But if you don't love what you're doing, you have to stop there. You have to stop there. You have to find something that you really like it, even if it's a small thing or a big thing, as long as you love it. So to all the people out there, I know every one of us, we have different trials, different problems, that we always encountered in our daily life. And and yeah, like for example, like every one of us, we have a problem financially. Like for me now here in Belgium, um we also worried if we're gonna use our heater, because it's very expensive, the gas here. And yeah, we cannot do about it, because of everything what's going on in all over the world. They suffering a lot, so that's why a lot of people also, they get stressed. And with me, I said to myself, material thing, there's nothing in it, in my life, because when I was young, I don't have nothing. But I was very contented. I was healthy, in not my physically, but mentally I was healthy. But yes, okay, that's true. You can eat 3 times a day. You can buy whatever you want. You have a nice house. You can do everything. The thing that you never did it before, when I was, you know, with the time that I couldn't afford it. But they still have something part of missing it. Yeah, I know it myself, what it is. So the missing part is my family. That half of my soul is still in the Philippines, even though I'm here. That's, I think that's normal. That's normal. I cannot be so. I don't want to say. I don't want to pretend that. Oh no, I'm okay. So no, I don't want to be pretend. This is me. This is who I am. And a lot of people, they also said that my English is not so really good. But you know what? I don't care, because every one of us, we're different. We're different, how to speak, how to make sentence. If your sentence is like, for you is perfect, it's okay for you, that's you. If this is my sentence, I will be proud of myself. So to all the people out there who suffering anxiety and panic disorder, and even if if also you're having a depression, I don't want to give any advice, because I am not a professional. But in my experience, I just observe it now myself, and we cannot say that don't think of it, we didn't think of it. It's just like they pass by, it's just like a weather. Sometimes it's warm, sometimes it's cold, it's raining, it's like a very dark, like here in Belgium, that is, they have different kind of weather. So yeah, beat it. So anyway, guys, thank you so much. Thank you for watching, thank you for supporting my video again, and have a nice weekend, everyone. And just enjoy, we just enjoy our moment in this, in our life, in on earth, because being human is only once in a lifetime. We have to enjoy it. And if it's like good times or bad bad times, we just also enjoy it. We just like, if you have a bad day today, okay, tomorrow, if they have a bad day again, they still have another day, so something like that. I know it's easy, it's difficult to say that sometimes, that words, but yes, what else we can do? We are the only one we can heal our own, ourselves. Not your parents, not your husband, not your son, not your mother or whatever. It is you, yourself only. So yeah, you have to trust yourself. You have to love yourself. Listen to yourself. Listen to yourself. So anyway, thank you for supporting. If you like my video, just comment down below and like and subscribe. And thank you, and have a nice day. To all the people always supporting me, thank you so much. And I hope you found this nice. So thank you. See ya. Bye.